Relationships are the key to success. It really is the foundation of everything we do in life and in business. I work with a lot of realtors. Like I said, in the past, pretty much all of my business came from realtors, only because those were warmer leads. I found that if I pay for leads or if I kind of go out, let's say I do, a community presentation or something, that doesn't go as far as opposed to a realtor who's built that rapport, right? And they say, okay, hey, just go talk to my guy. He'll help you out. And they kind of preemptively sell you before you have to be in front of the client. This is why I prefer to work with realtors, because I've worked with so many of them. At one point, there was overwhelming amount of pressure. Pressure, not in a positive manner. It was like, I told the client on your behalf that you will do whatever they need. They don't have the capacity. What do you mean, right? So I've had to cut off people. I've had to cut off realtors. And the ones that I work with now, he came from a realtor that I've been working with for like 8 years. So, because personalities are so different. I like them that way. So I have this one guy. He works out of Peel predominantly. He's about 10 years older than me, and his story is amazing, man. Like, this guy immigrated here with his parents in high school. At that point, he had a haircut, clean shave. Like, he's an Indian guy, right? Would go out, party. Obviously, he's younger, so had fun with all the ladies, good looking guy. And I didn't know him at that time, obviously. And then randomly in like I believe it was like 2018, calls me, hey, I got your number from this guy. He said, you're really honest and you work hard and your service is exceptional. I'd love to sit down and work with you. I was like, sure. And then I didn't hear from him. Like, we sat down. He's like, yeah, for sure. Let's do something together. I didn't hear from him in like 4 or 5 months. And then I was like, oh, I met with that guy. I wonder what happened, right? Because when it comes to realtors, some realtors, like, they'll meet with you. They won't do a transaction for 4 months and you don't hear from them, which is okay. To be honest, at that time I was busy, so I didn't even bother following up. 4 or 5 months later, this guy has a full-on beard and a turban. I was like, bro, what happened? He's like, what do you mean? He goes, yeah. He's like, yeah. I'm like, you kept all this? He goes, my dad passed away. I was like, oh. He's like, yeah, so I really had to take a step back and prioritize my life. So over that time, he took on the responsibilities of his father. He made the conscious decision that I will be successful. At that time, like, initially starting out to be a realtor, didn't really take life seriously, became one with God. I know it's a cliche. And then he decided he was going to scale his business. The personality shift to go from like, I'm a realtor to I'm a realtor. That alone built this like level of respect with him where I was like, damn, you made a conscious decision and you live by that. Losing your father, if your father was the one that, was the man of the house in traditional Indian households, it's always like the father has the final say and they make all the decisions. And even when it comes to managing wealth, and they make all of those decisions. But to change who you are as a person after a traumatic event says a lot about what you're made of. If it breaks you, you weren't strong enough. If it makes you, you weren't trying hard enough. Right now, he's my biggest producing realtor, all simply because of that one decision of like, you know what, I'm going to be the man of the house because my father's not around. They say that there's pivotal moments in every man's life. 2 of the biggest ones is the day he becomes a father and the day he loses his father. And that day changed him. And the reason why I share this story is because he's so intelligent, but so humble. He's so aggressive, but so calm. And he's so hungry for growth, but he's not desperate. He channels his focus and he doesn't listen to noise, regardless of what state the market is in, what the client said, what happened with this deal. Always calm. It's always solutions focused. I love working with that guy. The experiences that I've had with him and his clients, they haven't been easy, but I've always felt like we were a team. We never sat down and had this conversation. It's never presented as that. When you find people that you can vibe with, and I'm so fortunate to be able to work with that guy, and he's absolutely amazing. I think one day when I start a podcast, he's going to be one of the first people that I interview. It's not that you want 5 of those. That's fucking boring. Honestly, bro. Like, I have this one guy. He was my uncle's friend. He's about, I think he's in his mid 40s, 12, 14 years older than me, right? I used to randomly run into him in family events when we were younger. We didn't really have like a relationship. It was just like, oh, you're my uncle's friend, right? And because we didn't have a relationship, I never bothered approaching him after I started because I didn't want like that nepotism pressure to be like, hey, you got to give me business. And then randomly we reconnected maybe a year, 2 or 3 into me being in mortgages, and he had quit his full-time job and became a full-time realtor around that time. We just started kind of like chatting, no intention of like building a business relationship. It was just like, hey, I think you're a cool guy. I genuinely enjoy him as a person. If we talk less about work, more about life. Compared to the previous business relationship that I have, he never has intention of just like, hey, how do we make money? It's always just like, hey, I think these people are cool to work with. Let's work with them. And yes, I mean, he's driven and he's motivated, but like, it's a different approach compared to other people that I work with. And it always makes for a very positive experience. Like, it always just makes more of a fun experience working with him as opposed to some of the other guys. And it's not to say the other guys are not fun. It's just sometimes it's more business talk. So I'm saying I wouldn't make 5 copies of one realtor because I feel like I need all these other dimensions because they help me to grow as a person as much as help my business grow. Relationships are the key to success. It really is the foundation of everything we do in life and in business. This relates to my business because those are your colleagues. People that you constantly are in communication with, and you have commonalities in your goals with working with those people. And whether it be helping someone out of a tough situation, whether it be helping them upsize their home or downsize their home, depending on your life stage, to have an understanding with a business partner is the foundation to be successful in our industry. In business, when you surround yourself with the people that you want to motivate you to take that next step forward, you constantly have the motivation and the drive just from mirroring their daily habits. The ability for a man to make a life-changing decision over a traumatic situation and use that to fuel him to catapult himself into a life of success and growth as opposed to debilitate him. I'd like to talk about my bravest friend. His story is his to tell, but I'd like to give you a brief story of why I also like to surround myself with him. He is the one person who refuses to take no for an answer. The absolute sheer will of him trying to get his way, whether it be wild or not, is motivational enough in itself. If you guys got value out of this, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you all in the next video.